Hi, my name is Ludas Butkus, and in this episode of What to Hodl, I want to do a review of smart containers. What's special about them is that they already have a working company, a company that has been running for 5 years. The current standard for ICOs these days is to at least have a minimum viable product, but smart containers is over delivering. They already have a product, already have a company, and they are already number 4 in their niche of smart containers, of shipping uh, goods that need to stay at some specific temperature. So right now they are in the pharmaceutical niche, and with the extra funds that they get from the ICO, they are looking forward to enter the food delivery niche, where products need to stay in the same temperature to be fresh and for the pills, vaccines to stay effective. So this is where they specialize, and because they are a running company, I was looking forward to actually check out their financials, but sadly, they're not disclosing that information, claiming that uh, competitors could look at how much of the niche they are populating and where the revenue comes from, etc. And basically that they would lose a competitive edge. So they are not disclosing that information. Also, they are not talking a lot about their 100 patents that they have. If you want to read more about them, you need to be a whale basically and invest 250,000 into their project, into their business. And then if you sign a non-disclosure agreement, you can then take a look at the patents and their revolutionary technology, which allows companies basically to save up to 20% per shipment. Uh, Now, why are these containers so good? Well, the main thing that they look forward is at temperature sensitive products. So right now in their industry, the standard of when the temperature deviates is basically 8.5% of the shipments. So they have a problem in roughly 9% of the shipments that they do. With smart containers, this only happens in 0.1%, so they are showing at least 75% better results. So this is quite amazing, and they are already number 4 in their niche. I think I'm already starting to repeat some of the stuff, so I will try to make it as concise as possible and not make it as one of my previous videos that went on and on and on. So why do they need an ICO? Well, they actually want to create 2 products. The first one and the first ICO is for smart containers, and they will use the funds to scale SkyCell and start Food Guardians. So SkyCell is for shipping pharmaceuticals and Food Guardian is for shipping foods. So this is their first ICO, and for that purpose they are raising $36 million, and the token will give you 20% of their revenue in dividends every single year. So it sounds like a security, and if you are in United States or some other country uh, that the regulations are quite strict, you will not be able to participate in this ICO. But in Switzerland, where this ICO is registered, this is legit, and you can read it in the FAQ. A similar ICO called Modem had a similar module, and they were there were no issues with that. Speaking of modem, it is you might have heard of it if you are following the cryptocurrency news and different products. And it actually is a little bit similar to smart containers, though smart containers has a bigger idea. So modem is a product that uses IoT sensors that are integrated into containers. So they are doing only the sensors. So they are basically not competitors, and probably maybe uh, uh, like they could do some cooperation where smart containers would be using their sensors and combine them and use it in this project. So, as I already said, the first ICO is for these two projects to scale them, and the token will be kind of a security token, which will be paying dividend up to 20% per year. And if the company gets bought, the profit from the investors that comes will also be distributed to the token holders. So this is very important. Though they are not planning to get bought and sell the company, but if there was a good buyer uh, that put a good price and they decided to do so, they are leaving this as an option, and you would be able to profit out of that as well as an investor. So that's quite reassuring to hear from them. And yeah, I think I already talked about. Oh yeah, so they are also having in mind a IPO in the future if they manage to scale up and everything goes as planned. So that's quite interesting. So this is their first ICO. The second ICO is LogiChain, and they want to raise only $4 million for that, and they are not really talking too much on their page. So yeah, this would be the logistics ecosystem LogiChain. So what they want to create. So they found out from their work that to make a shipment of one container, it can take up to 200 documents to make that shipment. So different kinds of papers, you name it. So, and they want to create a blockchain where all these documents would be basically a container would have their IoT sensor and their ID, and all these documents would be linked to that container, and it would make everything much easier because you can track where is the container, how it needs to be shipped. The container could be scanned by the logistics firms and see all the data about it. Is there any problems with it and stuff like that? So they are raising $4 million to launch this blockchain and to create and to try to create a standard for logistics registering into a blockchain. So that's very interesting as well. And these are the main ideas, and I think I will go through their summary of the white paper because they don't really have a lot of data on their website. So containers are vital for transporting temperature-sensitive goods such as food and pharma, as they protect against adverse temperature and humidity. In pharma, this means medicine travels safely from factory to patient. In food, this translates to fresher produce from farm to table. Through SkyCell, smart containers has become the number 4 player in the global pharmaceutical transport business-to-business market in less than 4 years. SkyCell is entering the direct-to-patient market, which is significantly larger and driven by patient needs. And Smart Containers has recently entered the food transport space and is launching with the leading partner in Europe in 2018. So that's a little bit about them. So where we are today, already talked about that. Logistics ecosystem and their two companies. Then we go to technology. A little bit about the founders. Well, I think there is no need to really talk about them because they have already proven that they can build a pretty successful business as it already is. So also what I wanted to mention is that the Smart Containers have already received around $40 million in investments, and they are generating revenue, and they want to generate another 40 million from the ICOs to scale their businesses. So logger chain goals, eliminate paper, as I already talked about, automate billing throughout the supply chain. So they talked about how it takes around 6 weeks to send a payment from UK to India. So this could be definitely improved with cryptocurrencies, provide service for the whole logistics community, stuff like that. Their hardware, autonomous container, insulation, temperature barrier. So let's quickly jump out to here so you can read more about their team. They have partnered with Likey, which is a cryptocurrency project. And then yeah, and the last thing I want to do is go through their quick presentation. So yeah, so there will be two tokens, the Smart coin, where we get profit share from SkyCell and Food Guardians, 20% of future dividends and potential exit profits will be paid out in Ethereum proportionally to tokens in circulation. The total supply will be 150 million. The tokens offered in ICO is 120 million, hard cap 36 million. Price per token will be 43 cents. Pre-sale mid-March by invitation. Crowd sale end of March, though it's already April. So that's maybe not updated. And use of collected funds, scaling SkyCell launch plus scaling Food Guardians, reserves, IT and marketing. And then quite similarly, there's 4 million hard cap, and only 20% will be sold out to the public, which is pretty small. And then there's the dates. Use of collected funds, and this is their 3-year plan. Initial IT development, a large foundation setup, marketing investments for 3 years, finances plus fees, and this is their team again. So this is it for this video. It's definitely an ICO to follow. Right now there is not much info, just sign up to the newsletter or join them on Telegram to get the info when the ICO starts out. I think the main selling point is obviously that they are running a business for 5 years already, they're generating revenue, and the token will be giving out dividends. And so if it's successful, then you will be paid very well. So this is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below and I will try to answer them. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.